All right. Yes, we want to look at some of the side effect of taking painkiller drugs mostly at night, tablets excessively at night. I noticed that as many people, when they feel tired, or maybe like after coming from work or from their place of business, the first thing they do is take painkiller. And I got so worried, and okay, could this be a kind of drug abuse or something? So I feel like, okay, let me just share this with some of my friends. And what inspired me to make this video is because I had somebody he has a liver problem, and the doctor complained of excessive intake of drugs, which is then I noticed that from elementary science, the one of the function of the liver is chemical metabolism. So if the liver is metabolizing too many drugs, then it can lead to liver problem. So I feel like, okay, let me just sensitize that. Now let's look at this. You see, I have a friend who is in his early 40s, and also there's another woman that take this painkiller tablet almost every night. And most times I used to see them take this thing and without the doctor's recommendation. And I told this woman, go and see your doctor before taking any tablet, even if you are tired. And the woman, she refuses. And many years she tests failing the liver problem. So I do tell people that taking painkiller tablets isn't something you use every night or every day when you feel headache, or when you feel cold, when you feel hot, and others. So now let's look at these painkiller drugs. Are popularly called pain reliever, and they are tablet that helps in relieve body pain, leg pain, chest pain, and after being overworked. But this painkiller are still drugs, and but I don't know how many people in this part of the world I am, they love taking this every night. And I'm of the opinion, and I don't take any drugs. Even when I'm tired at night, I just take a shower, eat my balanced diet, more vitamins and vegetables, and sleep. If I take enough rest, then I won't be taking too many drugs. There's something that can be cured without drugs. So, below are some of the negative effects of taking painkiller drugs excessively at night, mostly every night without doctor prescription. And number one, it affects the brain. I noticed that when taking pain relief drugs for body pain, chest pain, leg pain, especially everything, back pain, probably especially every time at night, it goes back to the brain. And taking this tablet at night blocks and interferes cell signals between the neurons of the brain and the other body cells. And research claims that the brain it kills this painkiller kills the brain slowly, which affects the memory and as well. So at the later stage in life, some people have diminishing memory or memory loss due to the too much intake of this pain reliever drugs, mainly at night or at any time of the day. Then it also causes physical addiction. I gathered information that when taking too much of painkiller every night or mainly at night can lead to addiction, and we say every addiction is a bad thing. So getting addicted to pain relief drugs is a very bad thing. And you see, in the part of the world where the kind of security on drugs is gradually diminishing. That's why people abuse so many of these analgesic or pain relief drugs. Today, said that when you talk about some drugs like that's supposed to be used for body pain, like tramadol, people abuse it, and it's now among some of these drugs that have been banned in the country because of this substance abuse. So people can get abused to it, and that's an addiction. So that it also causes a less effective resistivity. When you take these painkiller drugs almost every night, either you have pain or not, either the doctor prescribes it or not, it makes the body and the blood cells less effective to it, because it might be the resistance that's called resistivity, and if it's not working for pain anymore. There's something when I feel feverish, when I have a headache, if I just take a small Panadol or paracetamol, and before you know it, it will be as if I've taken some of the best malaria drugs on earth. Or because I don't take this in every time, I prefer to eat more fruits and vegetables and drink more water and rest. When I do all these things, I don't think I usually have. I'm going to sleep very well, and sometimes I exercise my body, and so another common thing is contradiction. You see, some of these painkiller drugs when taken at night usually have some contradictions like unusual agitation, restlessness, body ache, muscle pain, sleeplessness, headache, joint nausea, and some other. Then heart problem. Maybe you don't know, but I'd like to tell you that the active ingredient in some of these painkillers contains caffeine, which helps relieve pain anyway or tiredness. But the caffeine isn't that friendly to the heart because it increases pressure on the heart when taken in excess, and which can lead to heart problems like hypertension, high blood pressure, cardiac arrest, and many more. So all these things are life-threatening. So if you are in this category of people that take it almost every night, I've seen people take painkiller as a slight thing every night. I'm tired, and so what they do that take every night, then they are inviting heart problems to their life, which is life threatening, and you need to caution. So the another one is the liver damage, liver problem. Liver is because like I said earlier, one of the main function of the liver is chemical metabolism, and which drug is also one of them. So excess intake of drug is something you need to do away with. You need to just find a way of not taking, because the liver synthesizes the drugs, unlike food when it goes through other stomach component. But when it comes to drugs, then it's liver that synthesizes, it's liver that metabolizes, and so that is also. In order to save your liver, please reduce your intake of drugs, and I think that's all we have to do. In conclusion, just in the course of the beginning of this, we'll talk about some of the negative effects of taking painkiller drugs to the body at night, or probably excessively in excess without doctor's prescription. So it may lead to, like I said, it may lead to liver damage, heart problem. It becomes less effective, some contradictions and aids, and also it affects the brain. So if you have known all these conditions, then why do you want to go about it? You don't need to take drugs unless the doctor asks you to take it. And when the doctor asks you to take some drugs, there must be a duration so that you don't get addicted to it, so your body cells don't be resistant to it. So, and all these things are not something you need to allow into your body because of the future. If it's not happening now, it's definitely happening in the future. Like my own approach, what I do is that most times I take a lot of water, then I take vitamins, fruits and vegetables a lot. And when I go back from work, or probably I need most weekend I rest very well. I had good sound sleep, good hours of sleep. It's not like I don't overstress myself. I make sure that I reduce the level of stress, and I take more water. So taking all these fresh food and vegetables, it supplies additional vitamins and minerals to the body, which helps you. So do that, and please don't make sure you don't get addicted to some of the painkiller drugs, because the side effects are more brutal than this. So you can also ask your doctor if you feel you are getting addicted to some of the painkiller drugs. Let your doctor know about it. Please share, like this video.